Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Tomi. Thank you so much for clicking to watch this video. As some of you may know, I've been living abroad in Korea for almost 2 years now. Wow. And today I'm going to be sharing some of the things I like / enjoy about living in Korea. So if you're curious or if you're doing your research, maybe you want to move abroad and you're like, let me see like what the good parts are, then this is definitely the video for you. Just keep on watching. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more videos, and you can check out my other content as well. Please don't judge my nails. I tried to do my nails for the first time by myself and they smudged when I was taking a shower because I did not wait long enough for them to dry. Okay, but this video is not about that. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Number one, they're very generous. Like the older people, the older women and the older men, they are so generous. If you go to a rural area, you will experience their generosity like a lot. They're very giving with food portions. I think, yeah, with food portions, they are very, very generous. They just pack on your plate. They want to make sure that you're fed. They're very, very kind. And I really, really like that. I'm just like, oh, yes, keep blessing me. Like, as a foodie that I am, I would never say no to your hard work and your food. So I really appreciate it. Yeah, I really, really enjoy that. Now the sun is coming out. I said I don't want this sun shadow to be here, but now it's going. See, distraction. Let's focus. Okay, that was the first one. Very generous. I really enjoy their generosity, their kindness. Very, very generous. Next point, the balancedness of their meals. Oh my god, as a hardcore foodie to the core, to the max, down to her bone marrow, and someone that grew up eating freaking balanced diets and moved to the West where it was not a thing. I really appreciate this. Like, that is like their standard. That is the normalcy. Like, that is the normal way of eating. When it comes to traditional foods, there's like rice, there's a variety of veggies, and the veggies are so fresh, and then there's soup, like so fresh and so good. I'm just like, please feed me, feed my system. I'm like, in the West, see, don't even get me started about like the West and their own food culture, diet culture, kiniko. I'm like, when you were in primary school, didn't they tell you what is a balanced diet? And didn't they teach you the 6 classes of food? Carbohydrates, protein, minerals, mineral salts, fat and oil, vitamins and water. They did not teach you that. That's why your food doesn't have all of them. It's supposed to have all of that on your plate. It doesn't have all of that on your plate. Instead, you're eating processed fake nonsense and you're calling it food. I feel sorry for you. Next one, it's super easy to travel around. Ugh.
My braids are kind of like dripping because they got wet a bit in the shower, and it's making me a little uncomfortable because I'm so pretty. I don't need to go through all of this. I'm literally so pretty. Oh my gosh.
Super easy to travel around, like so freaking easy. There's the bus option, there's train, there's KTX, there's subway, there's walking. And I'll get into walking and like how exercise is also embedded into their culture because of like their stunning nature and everything. But yeah, like it's so easy to travel around. I can literally just get up and be like, I want swallow. I want to go to Nigerian restaurants in Seoul, and on Friday after school I can just go to the bus terminal. If I was even living in a big city, I could even just go to the KTX station, hop on the train and go to Seoul. So easy, so freaking convenient. Like, this country is so convenient. Convenience stores are every corner. So good. Oh my god, so convenient. If you're looking for convenience, I would definitely recommend KR to add to your bucket list. Like, it's so convenient and it's so safe. Like, when you're walking around at night, granted, I've heard stories of people mostly in bigger cities, but I'm not coming from perspective of a city girl. So I've heard people in bigger cities saying how, like, you know, getting followed home by like a drunk guy or like all these weird ass men. But in a normal situation, most of the time, nobody is checking for you. I even remember one time, like early last year, I went to the Philippines and Vietnam, and the principal at one of my schools, she was like, oh, what are your plans for vacation? And I told her that I was, going abroad. And she was like, be careful. Every country is not like Korea. Like in Korea, it's so safe. As a woman, you can walk around. But when you go to Philippines and Vietnam, you have to remember you're not in Korea. I was like, yes, ma'am. But it's true. It's only in Korea that you can catch me. I'm not even a night person, but it's only in Korea you can catch me walking around in dark hours with all this confidence on my shoulder that nobody is going to do anything or touch me or try to catcall. You know all these weird things, especially those men that they like to do. It's so safe. Like nobody is going to check for you. If you're a woman, can you imagine such a reality? Like, add Korea to your bucket list if you want to walk around at night and I don't want anyone to come for you. And I will encourage not going to freaking Seoul. Go to the less touristy areas. You will find bliss and healing and perfection and solitude in those places. Okay, mark my words. Next point, please. The next one, this might be controversial, especially if Westerners are seeing this, but they don't have a tipping culture. Like, I freaking love that. Because here, when you pay for your food, you just like, when you go to the front to pay, you know how in the West, they will bring like the POS machine to you. And then they'll like, you put your card and then you choose the tipping option and the percentage. Here, when you finish eating, you go to the front and then you give the cashier or the person at the front your card, and they don't add any tip. They'll just insert what it is that you ate and what it is that you bought, and that's it. I mean, I like it too, because I don't think it's a government, I don't think it's individual's job, I don't think it's citizens or individuals' job to be carrying other broke citizens or suffering citizens freaking minimum wage wahala on their head. Like, that is the government's job. Obviously the system has failed us in so many ways, but like, it's supposed to be the government that should be caring about the citizens to that level. And if somebody wants to tip, or if someone wants to care about the waitress and ensuring that she's making more than minimum wage so that she can pay her student loans, then it should be out of the goodness of their heart. Like, if you're tipping, I strongly believe that if you're tipping someone, it should be because you want to give, not because you feel obligated to. Oh, these braids, please now, dear. Yeah, I just think that it needs to be genuine if you're going to tip somebody. Like, this whole thing of people feeling entitled, saying, oh, if you can afford this, then you should be paying for this, or you should be helping this person. It needs to be from your own heart. If you want to give, great, because that's when it matters. If it's begrudgingly, then it's not going to matter, you know. Next one, they separate indoor shoes and outdoor shoes. Like, it is the standard. In the West, I feel like I'm just comparing to the West a lot. Oopsie daisy. But like, in the West, it's like, if you want to separate indoor shoes and outdoor shoes, it's something that you have to kind of enforce by yourself. Like, let's say you have your own house or apartment and you don't want people to be wearing shoes. You have to be the one to be like, take off your socks, take off your shoes, only wear socks, or maybe give them like indoor slippers. But here is like the standard. In my church, for example, it's like when there's one room that we go for like small group meetings, and there's just like, there are pairs of like indoor shoes there so that everybody can change. Like, I just like, it's this separation of dirt. Like, I'm very particular about like outside and inside. The same way I'm like, outside clothes must not touch my bed. It's the same way I'm like, okay, indoor shoes here, outdoor shoes here. And I really like that. It's just like, less germ contamination, let's separate the diseases, you know. I also really like how exercise, like I briefly mentioned before, I really like how exercise and being active is embedded into their culture and their society, because they have so much stunning, accessible nature around them. Like, so easy. You don't have to leave your city or your town to find really, really nice nature. Like, it's everywhere, and it's such a big gift and a big blessing. I remember telling one girl, she's Korean, from my church, I was like, I really enjoy the nature, and she was like, but it's not better than Canada, it's not better than Vancouver. And I'm like, but you have to fly there, like, if you're not based in Vancouver, and it's freaking expensive. Like, why are you complaining? But you know, people, they always like, human beings always complain. Like, that's like our natural like disposition is to be complaining about things, until you now go somewhere else to now change your perspective and make you like more grateful for the things that you have at home, blah blah blah. So I don't completely like blame her, but it's just so easy. Like, it's everywhere. Like, that's why the older people are always walking. They have outdoor gyms like everywhere. Outdoor gyms in like parks and stuff. It's easy to walk. It's easy to exercise. It's easy to not make excuses. And plus the balanced diet on top. Like, unhealthy way. Unhealthy way. For real. Except you just resort to junk food and you get your meals from the convenience store. But if you eat like the standard lunches, like normal lunches, and you actually go outside and like milk the nature. Like, you will not even think about your body at all. Like, when I went home to visit my family in Feb, everybody was like, oh, you look so good, your skin looks so fresh. I'm like, because I'm not trying. There's nature everywhere. Like, I'm not eating nonsensical nonsense, like overly processed nonsensical nonsense. And you guys know I be cooking, and I also cook balanced diets for myself as well. So it's just like, another thing, Koreans are so efficient and they get things done. Like, they get things done. If you're the kind of person like me that you hate wasting time, you like people to just do, like Koreans, if you need something done now, they will do it and they will like very fast. They will just collaborate and get it done. Like, at school, for example, there was one time that they ordered like pizza and chicken, like after, like, the teachers were playing like volleyball or something, and then after they ordered like pizza and chicken. Once everybody finished eating, very fast, one person is taking the paper, one person is taking the food trash inside the food waste, one person is cleaning the table, like very fast. Just get things done. They are so efficient, and I really like it. I really enjoy how efficient they are, because you can just trust them. Even with the healthcare, you go there, they are done. If you go to the eye doctor, I've gone to the eye doctor for eye drops like this, they don't waste time. They just get things done like so fast, and I like it because we can't buy time. Time is the only thing we can't get back in this life. So I'm like, yes, continue doing things fast. Another thing I enjoy, this is actually not just in Korea but in Asian countries, in a lot of places they have the bidet. Is it bidet or bidet? I don't know. I think BIDET. Maybe I'll insert a picture, but it's like this thing where you can press one button and you can use water to clean up in public. Like, what a concept. We all know that tissue does not do anything. Like, tissue doesn't do anything. And like wipes, I'm not the biggest fan of wipes, so because I don't know, I just feel like it still feels like mushy and musty, you know what I mean. But I feel like with water, it like cleans up, and then you can use like tissue to just dab it, not to wipe, but just to dab it, so that you don't feel musty when you like wear your underwear back, and like, you have to go and do what you need to do. But I really like it. It goes straight to where it's supposed to go. Like, it's like a mini fountain. It goes straight where it's supposed to go to clean what it's supposed to clean in public. I had that in the Malaysia airport in Kuala Lumpur, because I had after my flight, I had to wait a bit for my next flight. I just went there and I literally just like undressed and used the bidet. Like, so nice. It's actually so nice. I really like it. Also, am I really a foodie if I don't mention this? I freaking love the markets. Like, there are markets everywhere. The food is so fresh and it's just so therapeutic. Like, I really like it. Every time a Korean asks me like what I like about Korea, I always say Hanguk Shijang Joayo. Like, Korean markets, I like. That's what it means. Like, I like Korean markets. I'm always like Hanguk Umshik Joayo, Hanguk Shijang Joayo. Like, I like the food. I like the markets. Like, the food is so fresh. Like, so freaking fresh. Like, it's just so nice. It's so therapeutic, and it's like real food. Like, it's real food. It's not toys. It's not fake toys that looks like they are downloaded off of a commercial and being called food. I really love the markets. I can go on and on. Like, I can literally go to a market if I'm feeling sad, and it will just cure all my problems and cure my sadness for real. It's just so therapeutic. Okay, the last thing I'll mention is how they don't do small talk. I really like it. I probably should have mentioned this like earlier on. I really like that they don't do small talk. They don't really smile. They just focus and mind their business. But if you ask them to help you, they'll help you. Like, they'll help you, but they are not like trying to be nice. Like, they are just focused, laser focused. They're going to do what they need to do. And as somebody that is not a smiley person and cares more about being kind than being nice and that fake small talk, I really like it. That aspect just fits me. It just suits me. I like it, because what's the point of like faking all this fluff, but you're not actually kind, you're just nice, so that everybody can say, oh my gosh, she's a nice person. Like, who cares about being nice? Please, kindness is what matters. They usually will help you. Granted, they are going to like choose themselves and their own people first. Like I've heard like stories of people being like, yeah, they will act like welcoming to like a foreigner. They call us foreigners. So like a foreigner, but then they can be mean. I can see that, like I can completely see that, but for the most part, as someone that lives in a more rural area, most of those negative stories, honestly, I hear from people that live in like Seoul, mostly Seoul. But yeah, I really like that they don't smile. Oh, also, I almost forgot to mention this, the cafe culture. How did I not? I love the cafe culture. I'm obsessed with it. There are cafes on every block. Like, just go there. I'm not into sweets. So I'm neither am I into coffee, so I'm a tea girl. I like herbal teas, so I'll just grab myself a nice like chamomile tea, jasmine tea, hibiscus, peppermint, anyone. I basically rotate between those on like days, and like usually Monday to Wednesday after school I'll go to a cafe to go and edit with a nice drink, just sit down, cross my legs, and because there's fast Wi-Fi everywhere too. It's like I take advantage of that, and I just like edit, and it's just so nice. It feels really nice. It's so chill, also very therapeutic, just relaxing, therapeutic. Just put my AirPods in and do my own thing. Like I love the cafe cultures. Like even the cafe culture, like even the so-called everyday cafes are still nice. Like there's this cafe called Idea, and Idea is like kind of one of the everyday cafes, like one of the more basic cafes, but it's still really nice. Like I really like the cafe culture. So nice, so nice. Like I really like it, especially like cafes like by the water. You can just enjoy a nice coastal view with like a nice drink and like dessert, and like catch up with like a friend or like an acquaintance. Like it's really nice. I really like the vibes. If you like being by yourself, or if you're trying to be by yourself more and like maybe it sounds intimidating to you, cafes are like the easiest way to spend time by yourself. And like Korean cafes, I really like them. I really like them. Like Koreans don't know what they're like enjoying with like cafes literally on every block. Like literally on every block. I'm definitely going to miss that a lot when I go back to the West. There's no cafes in every block, you know, like I can find them, but they're not that nice. Starbucks is so packed, and like I don't even want to patronize Starbucks, but like let's not get too much into it. You just get my point. You get my point. Anyways, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you watched up until this point, thank you. You obviously like me. You're obviously into me. So just subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. Feel free to share this video. Feel free to ask any questions you have in the comments. And you can also add anything if you've lived in Korea, or you've been in Korea, you visited Korea before. If there's anything you really like, then also let me know in the comments. Maybe we'll go back and forth a bit. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.